A student of the Gambia College said, even though the lofty dreams of the founding fathers remain largely unfulfilled, our ability to stick together and keep our hopes for a better country alive should encourage us to great efforts to overcome present problems and build a country we can all be proud of.
There are a lot of development that arose since we acquire our independence. Because during then there were no much of schools. If you are to calculate the schools that were built during the colonial days, they were very less. They were, and in fact, before you have access to the education, then at least you must have a link to the Western officials, or else the poor or the layman out there wouldn't have access to that. At the same time, health issues also been developed. Then, having hospital, if you are sick to treat yourself, normally we visit the herbalist to treat our people in various times. The same thing, look at this road. During the colonial time, it wasn't there. Normally, they only build or construct road that favors them, the road that they normally use to their offices or to their working place.
Fatou B. Jallow and Mary Clark both said it is commendable that our country continues to make steady progress in many areas of development in spite of the challenges crafted by the nation's present and past.
When you hear independence, that simply means the day that the Gambia gained their independence. And this is the day, at least for a day, that the Gambia will celebrate, or at least have the joy in themselves that finally we were like no more part from the colonialism and other stuffs. We are free from the British, and at least we can do a lot of things by ourselves and by our country.
If you see all these developments happening recently, it's because we are independent. If you have freedom, you can do a lot, even though the developments are slow. We wish to see rapid development in the Gambia like it is in other countries.
Bemba Fati, a resident of Brusubi, recalled that the Gambia was viewed as a nation that risks going down to ground zero if it should stand on its own. But surprisingly, the Gambia stood the test of time, even in the middle of other countries that attain great height in all fields, saying with limited resources both in terms of human and otherwise, the Gambia was able to set herself on a path towards prosperity.
Looking at the achievement that the previous government up to the present government, what we read in history during the colonial time, only few schools were available in the Gambia, and looking at the infrastructure that was also available were very minimal. But now, coming down line the way, we can see there are a lot of schools. We have the highest learning institution now, which is the University of the Gambia. TVET also is now launched. We can see a number of senior schools expanded. You can go as far as up to the last village. There are a lot of schools, senior school. In almost all the districts, there is a senior school, which is a big achievement. Like, development cannot go without developing the mind of the people. If the government is trying to establish schools to make sure that at least we are our minds are well developed, that is a big achievement. And also looking at the infrastructurally, we have improved a lot. Like where we are here, we can, few years ago this thing was not here. Now we can see our roads have been expanded. We have flyover, and then coming into what you call economy also, we are doing better. Though even though we have a lot of some inflation, which is challenging, but like as a nation, I will say we have tried a lot.
Fati also explained that our peaceful coexistence should be a source of strength and not a cause of unnecessary division, stressing the need for ethical reorientation and attitudinal change to make the Gambia a great nation. To achieve collective objectives for growth, Fati believes that all hands must be on deck to ensure that the unity of the country is sustained.
Yes, with regard to energy, I would say we have achieved a lot. Like if you go to our CRR, then CRR we are not enjoying 6 hours of electricity supply, but now as I'm speaking to you, we enjoy 24 hours electricity supply with minimal interruptions. When you come to health also, even though we need to improve on other things, but like we have at least, there are a lot of hospitals built, though we need to improve in the facilities. We have the structures available, and then we can now be proud of. We have so many homegrown doctors now, and the number of nurses also have improved a lot. With agriculture, I think we have to embark on agriculture, and then government need to invest a lot in agriculture so that many young people can invent into agriculture, and then so that we become a full self-sufficient nation.
At 59 years as a nation, many believe the projected perception of improbability has been strongly proven wrong as the Gambia works hard to strengthen national advances with robust structures set up to achieve sustainable development needs required to boost sustained growth. Reporting for GRCS News, I am Omar P. Jallow.